Hello, and welcome to the latest update in the series of videos where I've built a beautiful historic street filled with 18th century homes and shops. Today, I'm adding a cozy restaurant to the mix. This will be the fourth building to be placed at the corner of the street, completing the entire block and providing some spectacular views, so stay tuned. This is the spot where the building will stand. The exterior of the restaurant is made of light brown masonry bricks, featuring an old-fashioned door and a small white window, which is typical of old buildings like this. The floor is finished with red, brown, and white tiles, adding extra charm to the cozy restaurant. First, we place an open kitchen in the center of the space. As you can see, there's an ATM incorporated, and the kitchen is equipped with plenty of cabinet space and a cooktop. Behind the kitchen, we install a cabinet with bottles so the bartender can quickly serve them to guests. In the left corner, we hang a beautiful painting on the wall, and in the other corners, we place several lovely plant pots. Then, we arrange the chairs and table in place and adorn the walls with a few atmospheric candles and beautiful golden candle holders. It's a small cafe restaurant where guests can enjoy simple yet delicious dishes. As you know, the restaurant is located in the luxurious, historic part of the city, and of course, a trendy cafe fits perfectly here. To add even more atmosphere, I've hung several lamps on the wall that softly light up the space. We also place a cozy little table by the window on the street side, as these are the most sought-after spots for guests to dine. The entire restaurant is filled with minifigures. I've made sure to place a young, trendy crowd at the tables, along with a typical chef and waiter serving food and drinks to the guests. The restaurant is, of course, equipped with several seating spots at the bar, where guests can enjoy watching the chef's cooking skills while dining. We place the first bar stools with a couple enjoying a delicious drink. We also fill the remaining tables with guests, and it's starting to feel like a cozy spot, isn't it? The light brown walls, combined with the small windows and atmospheric elements on the wall, create a typical cafe ambiance that you often see in big cities. I still have relatively little experience with restaurant interiors, so if you notice something missing that I might have forgotten, feel free to let me know in the comments. Who knows? I might be able to add it later to make the design even more complete. Aren't these delightful scenes to look at? This is the place you'd want to be on a cozy weekend evening. Now that the restaurant is finished, we'll move on to the apartment that will be built above the restaurant. The exterior of the rest of the building is made of light gray masonry bricks, with the corners featuring light gray tiles. As you can see, the entrance to the apartment is on the first floor. This time, I've chosen not to build a staircase from the ground floor to the first floor, but instead, the entrance will be on the outside. More details on that later. We place the kitchen, including an electric cooktop and fridge, in its spot and set the couch in the corner of the room. Across from the couch, I've created a nice TV stand with a TV on top. Next to the TV, there's a beautiful flower that adds a cheerful vibe to the living room. To the left of the kitchen, we place a wooden dining table with 4 black chairs around it. In the center of the room, I've designed a cozy fireplace that not only warms the space but also adds extra atmosphere. This apartment is inhabited by a gay couple, one of whom is cooking while his partner enjoys the fireplace and a well-deserved drink at the table. In the corner of the room, we place a lovely plant, and with that, this floor is also complete. Since I didn't build a staircase from the ground floor to the first floor, I completely forgot that a staircase was needed from here to the second floor. To accommodate this, I had to replace the wide white couch with a slightly narrower dark gray model. I designed a beautiful open staircase, allowing the residents to easily access the rest of the apartment. On the second floor, you'll find the master bedroom and the bathroom, which includes a toilet, a shower, and a sink with a mirror, both cleverly integrated into the wall, but more on that soon. The master bedroom features a wardrobe, a TV, cheerful flowers, a bed, and the white couch that was originally in the living room. Next to the bed, I place a nightstand with a lamp, and then we can start placing the wall, which will include multiple elements to save as much space as possible. To neatly integrate the various elements into the wall, I use white knob bricks, ensuring that there is no visible difference on the other side of the wall. Now that this floor is complete, we move on to the rest of the apartment and can begin working on the last, but also the most fun, room in the house. The floor is also finished with light brown tiles, and this space includes a second bedroom with an adjoining laundry room full of cute details. But first, we place the bed in the bedroom, another white couch, and a desk with a computer screen and keyboard where the residents can work from home. Every home needs a place for quiet work, don't you think? We also place a wardrobe with a TV in its spot and move on to the final space of the apartment. I've designed some cute elements for the laundry room, including a washing machine, a dryer, and a large wardrobe with several drawers. In the wall, I've integrated a drying rack where the laundry can dry. Isn't that a nice touch? It's always fun to design new interiors. It takes a lot of time, but it's more than worth it. My goal with building this city is to replicate everything as detailed and realistically as possible, so a beautiful interior is part of that. What do you think of the way I've decorated the houses, and do you have any useful tips? Let me know in the comments so I can use them for my next build. As you've probably noticed, all the floors are built modularly, so they can be easily stacked on top of each other if any adjustments need to be made. This is yet another example of building as detailed as possible. Now that the last floor is complete, it's time to add the roof and place the building in its spot in the city. You won't want to miss this, as I think the result is fantastic. Personally, I think the combination of light and dark gray colors pairs well with the blue layers and windows of the apartment. I also love the effect of having a different color on the ground floor compared to the rest of the building. We place the building in its spot in the city, and just look at the amazing result. We finish the sidewalk with light gray tiles and can then continue adding elements that bring the street to life. We place a small staircase at the entrance and build a little terrace where a couple can enjoy a well-deserved drink. In my opinion, this fits perfectly with the rest of the street and the cozy cafe. This brings variety to the buildings, which is often seen in 18th century construction. In this way, I'm trying to create an atmospheric street that feels alive, just like many streets in large cities. We also place a minifigure walking his dog on the street and continue by adding the staircase leading to the apartment entrance. For this, I use the same light gray stones that I've used a lot for creating the old city center. The top of the stairs is beautifully finished with white tiles, so the resident can enter after a long day of work. Now that all the buildings on the street are finished, it's time to enjoy these fantastic atmospheric views. I've tried to add a lot of variety to the different houses to create as realistic an effect as possible. In my opinion, it's become a lively street with lots to experience, never boring, exactly the feeling you get in a big city. By the way, have you noticed that I've also placed some plant pots and trash bins on the street? I got this feedback from my previous video, and it definitely adds more atmosphere to the street if you ask me. Building this street was a huge project, but I enjoy doing it. The old part of the Lego city has grown significantly, bringing a lot of atmosphere to the city compared to what it was before. Creating historical buildings takes a lot of new skills and time, but I still enjoy it. As loyal followers of my channel know, I originally worked on the skyscraper city full of tall, modern buildings. After this project, I plan to start building even more gigantic skyscrapers at the back of the city. But now that I've made so many old buildings, I'm really curious about your opinion on the progress of my city. Would you like to see more old buildings? Or should we go sky high? Let me know in the comments, but not before you're aware of the following. If you want to know how I come up with all these designs and how you can buy Lego at the best price, become a member of my channel for just a small fee per month and get access to exclusive videos only available to members. In these videos, I explain everything so you can start building your own city too. So, subscribe and become a member so you don't miss any updates. For now, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.